Can I start by acknowledging the land upon which we meet tonight, traditionally under the custodianship of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. I pay my respects to elders past and present and welcome you all, one and all. Every one of you special, every one of you important tonight. Some of you slightly more important than others. I'm about to name them. The Honourable Gillian Skinner, MP, Minister for Health and Minister for Medical Research, and her husband Chris. Please a big round of applause for the Minister. Representing the opposition, Dr Andrew McDonald, the Shadow Minister for Health, and his wife Jenny. Welcome to you both. We've also got Dr Anthony Llewellyn, the Medical Director of HETI, and his wife Kate, and members of the AMA Board and representatives of our various sponsors, and you simply could not have a night like tonight without the assistance of these sponsors: Investec, Specialist Bank, New South Wales Health, Kutcher and Neil, Avant, MIGA and ASMOF New South Wales. So please a big round of applause for all those people and organisations. And is it just me wondering this, or is it really a year since some of us gathered in this very place for last year's second ever DIT Ball? It doesn't seem like a year, and yet in the time since we last met, so much has happened. It must have been a year. The Sydney Swans are now champions of the AFL. Yes, yes, yes. The Federal Labor Party has not changed leader twice since we last met. And of course we discovered and reconfirmed just last Friday the discovery of the Higgs boson. Can I have a big round of applause please for that subatomic particle that bequeaths all other subatomic particles its mass? It's phenomenal, the Higgs boson, and I know I can talk about this stuff because, let's be honest, I'm not the only geek in the room tonight, am I? No? The Higgs boson and the way that we found it with the Large Hadron Collider, 27 kilometres, buried hundreds of metres underground, perfectly circular, almost 10,000 magnets, cooled to minus 271 degrees Celsius. You don't need me to tell you that's almost absolute zero. These protons sped up to 99.9999991% of the speed of light, over 1 billion kilometres an hour, smashing into each other, generating temperatures 10,000 times that at the heart of the sun. And in doing that, we've spotted these little buggers that give all of us the mass that we have. That's virtually pornographic for me. But what I think is so beautiful about that is it shows the power of the human mind to confront problems and find solutions, and also points how lucky we are to be living in an age where we can build devices to enable us to solve these sort of problems that we want. And it's not that different to the sort of motivation, drive and achievement that so many of you are witnessing now and will witness in your careers as health practitioners. And when you hear some of the achievements of the people we are honouring tonight, I think you will be impressed, dare I say blown away, by the quality of work and application and facility that these people will be displaying this evening. It's going to be a fantastic night. And here to welcome us more officially on behalf of the AMA New South Wales Doctors in Training Committee, their acting chair, could you please give Dr Theresa Lai a big round of applause?
Good evening and welcome to the 2013 AMA New South Wales Doctors in Training Black, White and Red Wall. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Theresa Lai and I'm Chair of the AMA Doctors in Training Committee at the moment. Thank you all for coming to show your support of this event and amazing work of yourselves and your colleagues. I would like to give a special thank you to our honoured guests who are here tonight. To the Honourable Gillian Skinner, Minister for Health and Minister for Medical Research, and her husband Chris. Dr Andrew McDonald, Shadow Minister for Health, and his wife Jenny. Dr Anthony Llewellyn, Medical Director of HETI, and his wife Kate. And members of the AMA New South Wales Board. We sincerely appreciate you all being here and showing your support for those who are in their early years of a career in the medical profession. For the young doctors here tonight, this is an event really about you. Being a doctor in training myself, I know how nice and how rare it is to have the night off once in a while and to have the opportunity to just kick back and relax. I also know how important it is to be recognised and acknowledged for your hard work. And so the awards segment of tonight's event aims to do just that. The categories are Junior Medical Officer of the Year, Registrar of the Year, and Supervisor of the Year. I'd like to congratulate all the nominees for these awards. They are all extremely deserving of these nominations, and I wish them the best of luck tonight. I hope you all have a great evening, and I look forward to meeting many of you throughout the night. I would now like to introduce Dr. Tony Sarah, President of the New South Wales branch of the Australian Salaried Medical Officers Federation, and invite him to the podium. Thank you.
Evening all. Thank you everyone for coming to a special night for the profession. As Teresa mentioned, I'm the President of ASMOF New South Wales, the union which can now really say is the doctors' union for all doctors in this state. And I am wearing a red bow tie, I think, just in case you hadn't noticed. But we're a union of hospital doctors. Different to most other unions, we're doctors first and unionists second. Some of you may think that it was unusual or even unexpected for a New South Wales coalition government to seek to open up better union representation for a group of workers. I mean, this is the Liberal Party we're talking about, and this is New South Wales, and I'm not even a member of the Labor Party. But in my view, that position and that legislative change, subsequently unopposed in the Parliament, was not just about union coverage. As important as that may be for you, the junior doctors, my colleagues in the room tonight. What Minister Skinner promised to do and delivered upon is in a very real sense a victory for the profession of which we are all proud practitioners. It enables and empowers the whole medical profession working in the public health system, whether you are a junior doctor or a crusty old senior specialist like me. It creates a greater potential for a collegiate approach and a more ready capacity to recognise the contribution we can all make to the health system, and as importantly, in supporting one another. So this is what makes this a very special achievement of the Minister and the Government. It is a wonderful opportunity for ASMOF and the AMA. We have now built upon that achievement by establishing a partnership referred to as the Alliance. I guess in this regard I should also pay special tribute to Dennis Ravlich and Fiona Davies for assisting to make it a real thing. Now what it does is it gives us the capacity to be the best possible representatives that we can be for you and your colleagues. First and foremost, doctors working for doctors, as it should be. So at this time, I extend my deep appreciation on behalf of the medical profession to the Minister for Health, Gillian Skinner, and invite her to the podium to address you. Minister.
Thank you very much indeed. May I first of all pay my respect to the traditional owners of the land, pay respect to elders past and present, to you, Dr. Teresa Lai, to Associate Professor BrianOwler, to Tony Sarah, President of ASMOF, to my colleague, Dr. Andrew McDonald. You see, we can actually be quite courteous to each other at social occasions. Somebody asked me recently in an interview, how do you like Andrew McDonald? And I said, actually, we're very friendly on a social basis. So I'm pleased that you've come, Andrew. Welcome to my electorate. It gives me very great pleasure to be here to join you again this year. It's the third year of these awards. It's the third year I've been here. And thank you very much, Tony, for acknowledging the work that we did. The promise I made to you last year was that I would work my fingers to the bone to try and get the legislation through the Parliament that would enable the junior doctors the right to choice of industrial membership of an industrial organisation. After a slow start, because we do not control the numbers in the Legislative Council, and there was some delays while the legislation was amended, but eventually we got it through, and I'm really thrilled that now all doctors can choose which industrial organisation they'll have represent them. And I hope that many of you are really thinking about this and looking at what ASMOF has to offer. As I said, these are the third awards that I've attended, and I believe that it is a really important day. I was talking to Teresa and her husband, both doctors in training at Concord a minute or so ago. They're doing exams. I bet everybody, there are many people in this room doing very tough exams at the moment, and I hope that a night like tonight enables you to sit back and relax a bit, but also to get a buzz out of the awards that are going to be presented to your colleagues. I'm very pleased that, as I said, I was able to work with junior doctors over the last year, as I have since I was in opposition, and I particularly acknowledge, because I can see her there smiling at me, Catherine Austin and others of the former committee who were so instrumental in making this happen. Our doctors in training will help shape the future. I've been attending a number of events where we've been talking about new models of care, about the IT systems that are being rolled out that are really helping improve the way we treat our patients in hospitals. And can I tell you that it's very clear to me that it is you, the new junior doctors in the main, who will become general practitioners or specialists that will really shape the future in these terms. You only need to look at the age of those who are very efficient and proficient with the use of computers. I bet Tom down here is pretty good at using a computer. Tom is Fiona's son, and he looks spectacular if you haven't met him already. He's aged 9. So I think that it's my very real hope that all of you share my passion for the work that we need to do into the future that will really improve the outcome for patients. And I know that many of you share my passion for the core values that I've enunciated as being at the heart of the health system, the core values that underpin everything we do: collaboration, openness, respect and empowerment. We've also focusing on prevention and primary health and determination to reduce unnecessary hospitalisation. And I thank all of you for the work you're doing in that as well. And I think you share with me a passion to imagine and drive new models of care. On this last point, new models of care, I think you doctors in training have a vital role to play in this as you progress. You bring a great aptitude for technology in an era where e-health is growing in importance. As I said, you're the ones that will harness this technology. I'm also very pleased that we've been able this year to provide more internships than ever before, 927 in New South Wales. Every person who wanted an internship, who sought an internship in New South Wales, whether they were domestic graduates from our universities, domestic graduates from universities in other states, or indeed overseas trained doctors, were found a place in a hospital in this year. 927 in New South Wales, representing a $100 million investment by the New South Wales government, and a record. But nevertheless, that said, and I'm thrilled we were able to get there, I was very disturbed by the stress that was caused by the speculation as to whether we'd get there in the end. And it's partly because of the system we use, you know, where people put down their choices of which hospital they want to work in, that means there's a delay in some people finding out. So I convened a national medical intern summit, and I was very pleased that not only did the Federal Health Minister come, but other states were represented, state ministers, deans from every university, medical school in New South Wales, many from interstate, representatives of many of the organisations around the country. And we are out of that developing a discussion paper that will be considered by the health ministers when they next meet. Because we really need a plan now to ensure we have the medical workforce we need in the future in all settings, including public hospitals, including private hospitals, general practice, community health care and aged care. I think that the doctors in training today will be at the forefront of providing that workforce. So I thank you all for your commitment to this great profession. I thank your senior colleagues, clinicians of enormous experience and standing, who go above and beyond their duties to supervise and mentor you. And finally, I congratulate tonight's winners. I look forward to seeing your pleasure in being announced as the winners and your peers for their pleasure in congratulating you. Whoever you may be, finalists and nominees, your excellence is inspiring. Thank you very much.